You're trying to move past a narcissist, but you're struggling to detach from that version of them that they showed you at the beginning. And no matter what you do, you just can't seem to shatter that image of them in your mind, and you're starting to feel insane because of it. This video is for you. First of all, you are not insane. And most of us know the basics of it, right? They were this amazing version at first. Over time, you started to see little hints of a different version you didn't recognize. And then as more time passed, slowly and insidiously, they eventually turned into mostly the other version with only hints of the version from the beginning. Since you still got those glimpses sometimes, you were like, oh, they're still in there. Maybe they'll come back one day if I keep trying harder and sticking around. That's the gist of it, right? Since it was so amazing and unforgettable at the beginning, and because you continued to still see that side of them sometimes, it felt real. And that cycle of them flip-flopping between the two versions of them, and the cycle shortening over time to where you craved the version of them from the beginning more and more because you got it less and less. And we talk about this all the time, right? The intermittent reinforcement, the cycle of abuse, the flip-flopping between mistreatment and what feels like love. We talk about how that creates the trauma bond and the addiction in your body. But y'all, let me simplify something for you. During that initial love bombing phase, it's not just that you were excited about the chemistry and the connection felt strong, and you were excited for the flattery and the validation, and you felt like you found your soulmate, and you felt all the dopamine. All of those things are true, but there's something else playing a huge role in this. While all of that was going on, something else was going on. The narcissist was using deception to create a false reality that you started living in. A false reality where they used deception to alter your perception of them. And your perception of them, this positive persona, this positive image that you have of them in your mind, became associated with good feelings, with the dopamine, with the oxytocin, with this fast-paced emotional connection and bond and false sense of trust that got created. All of those things, all of those good feelings became associated with this false persona and this image of them in your mind. Y'all, it became cemented. That perception of them affected your perception of reality. So it's not just, oh yeah, they were sweet at first and then they started acting up, but you know, I don't know why I ignored it. I guess I just like the sweet version of them. No, that association between that positive persona that you experienced at the beginning and the feelings that you got at that time became embedded into your mind. So it's not just having to detach from that version of them or having to accept that that version doesn't exist. It's looking back and trying to process that your perception of reality doesn't exist, even though you were living in it and it was your reality. Think about that for a second. You are not crazy for having trouble with that. But I'm going to make a part 2 about how to start shattering that image of them and that association so that you can start detaching.